We've seen the popularity of choirs go up and up and up with the Gareth Malone programmes, of course. I love that man. And a Choral Christmas #1, of course, he landed. But a Gillingham choir says numbers are dwindling so badly they may have to give up if they can't recruit new numbers and new members. In a moment, we'll speak to a couple of the members live from our Chatham studio. First, we went along to see the Gillingham Male Voice Choir in rehearsal. Here's how they sounded.
My name's Matt Whitworth. I'm 41. I work as a letting agent. I've been involved with the choir for about 20 years almost now. It keeps me playing the piano when I'm when I've got better things to do. It keeps me involved. It's a good social life, and I don't think I could do without it.
I'm Patrick Clements. I'm 84, and I've been in this choir since, soon after it started. And I was brought here by Harry Ormston and one or two other people, and I've enjoyed it ever since. Well, let's say when my wife died, this was what kept me going.
Hi, my name's Alf. I'm one of the basses. I'm 60, retired maths teacher. And I first got involved in the choir because I worked with Paul, our conductor. Certainly while I was still teaching, it was great to come every Wednesday. You'd end the day's teaching with a splitting headache. You'd come down here and sing for a couple of hours and you felt on top of the world.
Those magnificent men in their flying machines, they go up together, they go down, down, down. They enchant all the ladies and steal all the seats with their up together.
Sound great, don't they? Let's speak to two members of the Gillingham Male Voice Choir now, Mike Osborne and Paul Robinson, who are live in our Chatham studio. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Oh, you sound amazing. If you needed reason to join a choir, I can't think of another one really. It sounds sociable. It's good. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health. Why do you both love it? Mike, let's start with you.
Well, I think you've hit the nail right on the head there, Claire. It is a wonderful thing to join, and people that do will get a lot of enjoyment from it. We're looking for men who enjoy singing or would like to enjoy singing and would like to join a group of really friendly men of all ages. And we get together for the pleasure of singing and comradeship, and also we like to perform in local and national concerts, which of course raises money for charity.
All good stuff. Mike, how long have you been in the choir?
7 years now.
7 years, so quite a while. And what about you, Paul?
I started 22 years ago.
Right.
As the musical director.
Mm-hmm.
I used to teach in Chatham. I now live in South London and teach there. So I still make the journey down every Wednesday, and I wouldn't do anything else.
You are committed.
Yeah, it's a really good night. You know, the men are really brave. They have a really good time, and as Mike said, it's a very sociable evening. We have fun. Yes, we work hard, but I would like to say that I think a lot of choirs out in the towns these days, there's a misconception that you have to be able to read music, you have to be, a musician. And it's not that. We meet together, we sing, and we have fun.
When you said they're brave, do you think there is a nervousness that's greater amongst men than, say, women about joining a choir?
I think there is. The Cornish choirs, the Welsh choirs, there's a big tradition there. But I think the male voice choirs in this country, they are dwindling, unfortunately. And there's a lot of young boys out there, young men out there, who enjoy singing at school. And what we want to try and do is try and encourage them to come and join us. Well,
OK, we're going to be launching your recruitment drive in just a few moments' time, because we know your numbers are dwindling. But stay with us from the Gillingham Male Voice Choir, Mike Osborne there and Paul Robinson. We're back live with them straight after travel.
Travel. BBC Radio Kent.
Let's get the latest now on the roads and the rails. Here's James. Hello.
Hi Claire, the major routes running well. M25, M2 and the M20 are all looking good. A26 into Maidstone through Barming, quite busy according to our speed sensors between the Fountain Lights and the Cherry Tree Lights. Traffic in Canterbury's fine according to CCTV, and no problems reported into and out of Dover according to the Dover control room. Trains are fine now, actually. Just getting an update in from South Eastern. They say our normal services resumed between Tunbridge and Orpington as well as Swanley. The broken down train at Sevenoaks has been recovered, or moved off, should I say, and no reported problems for Eurotunnel or Eurostar services, and sailings out of Dover and Ramsgate are running to schedule this morning. You're up to date with BBC Radio Kent Travel. I'm James Worley, and there's more in half an hour.
There's more travel news online. bbc.co.uk/Kent.
BBC Radio Kent. Showcasing the best of Kent this afternoon with Pat Marsh.
Top singer Barbara Dixon joins us this afternoon after 2 at BBC Radio Kent ahead of her night in Rochester as part of the Sweeps Festival. She performs at the Cathedral for one night only as part of one of Kent's biggest festivals.
And cinema reviewer Matt Jacobson brings us his views on this week's big releases at the cinemas in Kent this weekend.
Celebrating the county of Kent each weekday afternoon. Pat and Laura.
BBC Radio Kent.
Always a great listen. Pat and Laura here from 2 this afternoon. We are talking choirs, specifically the Gillingham Male Voice Choir. Their numbers are dwindling, so they want you to join. They need you. Mike Osborne and Paul Robinson are live in our Chatham studio. So, Paul, you started this choir 22 years ago, and I guess it's quite an achievement that it's kept going for so long. But what's happening then? Why are your numbers going down?
I think, all due respect to them, I mean, Mike's there, they're getting older, and it comes to times where they feel they can't keep going for various reasons. We have got some younger ones, apart from a young man who's going to university in September. I'm probably the youngest.
How old are you?
51.
Very useful still.
Yes, I'm 51.
I'm very honest and brave when you say that.
As I said, the youngsters enjoy it, and we've sung with school choirs before, and we're trying to encourage them to carry on their singing.
Because I would have thought, I mean, I was an absolute devotee of the Gareth Malone programmes, and it just goes to show you the kind of impact that those shows can have, because they got to number 1 at Christmas, didn't they, with the Military Wives Choir. And it was just inspirational. I find those shows incredibly inspirational because it's not really even just about the singing, is it? It's about building confidence in people and bringing things out of them that they never knew existed. I mean, that must be... Mike, did it work that way for you, joining this choir?
Yes, it was. I haven't never sung until I joined the Gillingham Male Voice Choir, and it does give you confidence. But it's largely for me, it was the comradeship as well. It really is a fun evening, and we have some good fun. We go there to enjoy ourselves. And in fact, Paul's always telling us to stop chattering and get on with some serious singing.
It's annoying. Singing gets in the way of the socialising.
Right. It really does. And, it really is a great thing. I wouldn't miss it. It has to be hospitalisation for me. To miss choir.
You really are committed. I mean, Paul, I guess, have you, down the years, discovered some real talent? People who said, I can't sing, and maybe they've convinced themselves that they can't sing, and then you kind of go, well, actually, you can.
You do, yes. I mean, we've had a lot of great singers from choir, who've gone on, and one lad is finishing his music degree now. That taught him a load of things and carried on with his music in general. And it's lots of people come and go for various reasons, and what we're trying to do is try and keep them. I mean, we've got a small concert coming up tomorrow. We're singing for the Medway Love Music Hate Racism Day just around the corner tomorrow, and then we go into the Albert Hall in November to sing with the brass bands and 1,000 Voices for cancer research.
Thing is, and when would you ever get the chance to sing in the Royal Albert Hall? I mean, have you done that before?
We've done it twice, yeah.
And what was that like?
It's amazing. To go and be part of 1,000 Voices and the best brass bands in the country, probably the world, to sing to, a few thousand people, it's a remarkable experience.
See, I've got a solution to your problem right here, fellas.
Great.
You could let the ladies in.
Oh. Yes.
Well, have you considered it? You've got dwindling numbers. If you made it just the Gillingham Voice Choir without the male, or is that not anything you'd want to do?
No, I mean, I've conducted mixed choirs before. I've sung in mixed choirs. I think it's important that we have choirs in Medway Towns, to keep the music going.
So if numbers did really fall, you'd consider letting the ladies in?
Mike's looking.
Mike's looking horrified. I'm guessing from the silence.
Personally, I would. Because I just love singing, and I think it's a wonderful experience. It does everyone a world of good.
And tell us a little bit about the kind of stuff you sing, your repertoire.
I mean, we sing church music, we sing traditional male voice choir music, we sing pop songs, we sing West End theme tunes. all sorts of things.
So everything really, for all generations.
Everything, yes.
And you're open to suggestions?
Open to suggestions, right.
And there you go. So it is for the young as well, because somebody who came along to your choir is now just about to finish a music degree.
Yeah.
So it spans all age groups.
It does. I mean, Paul, who's designed our website as well. Can I plug that?
Oh, absolutely. Carry on.
www.gillingham-choir.com. He's 18 next week, and his older brother Callum is just finishing university. He started because I taught them both at school, and there's Pat in your message before said he's 84. So we have 18 to 84, and all the ages in between.
Fantastic. And you'd give up, what, one night a week?
One night a week.
And where do you meet?
Gillingham Golf Club.
That sounds nice.
It's got a nice bar.
Yeah, I'm just about to say that.
We have a room to ourselves, and it really is good fun.
Yeah. And if we want to catch you, did you say it's tomorrow, your Love Music, Hate Racism Medway's event? Where's that happening?
In Chatham.
In Chatham. And is that a daytime thing?
Yeah, we're on at 6:15 tomorrow night. There's different artists, different bands on.
Fantastic. Well, it's
outside the library.
Well, get along there. Yeah. Get along. If you like the idea of that, if you want to see what they sound like, the Gillingham Male Voice Choir, outside the library, 6:15 tomorrow night in Chatham for the Medway Love Music, Hate Racism event that's going on there. Wednesday nights at Gillingham Golf Club, they're on there. Their numbers are dwindling. They need you. So if you're one of those men who thinks, if you're a singer in the shower, I guess that's the kind of person you're looking for, Paul, isn't it? The people who do actually sing but never do it in public.
I think the hard thing is, to get people through the door. Once they're there, they have a bit of fun and they enjoy it.
Do you think shows like The Voice and X Factor help, or do they intimidate people? They kind of watch those shows and think, they're not in that league.
If you see the number of people who audition for those shows, they're not worried about that. But I think it's that stigma attached to choirs as such.
And I know certain choirs you have to audition to get into. Is that the case with your choir?
No, you just come along and you have a sing, and then we eventually have a listen to your voice and put you into one of the 4 voices, which are the 2 tenors, the basses or baritones, whichever you're comfortable with, and then we take it from there. And the important thing is, people think they have to, sing concerts as soon as they can, but we take it from the point of view that you take part in your first concert when you're ready. If that's a year down the road, it's a year. If it's 5 weeks, 6 months, it doesn't matter.
Well, if you get to sing at places like the Royal Albert Hall, it really is something maybe I would suggest you should find the time to do. Lovely to talk to you both. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. 2 members of the Gillingham Male Voice Choir. We heard from Paul Robinson, who founded the choir 22 years ago, and Mike Osborne as well. You can see them 6:15 tomorrow night in Chatham. I think they said it was outside the library. Medway Love Music, Hate Racism, and go onto their website, GillinghamMaleVoiceChoir.com, to have a little look there, have a little listen as well to see what you think.